a question, go ahead and raise your hand. Go ahead, Chase.
Scott, this was a back and forth game until that second quarter, third quarter. What allowed you guys to pull away and build a big lead?
Defensive stops. We were moving our feet. We weren't fouling. We were getting our hands on the ball. We were contesting. We were rebounding. We were getting out in transition. And I thought, we also during that stretch we missed a lot of good looking threes as well. But we competed on the defensive end. Last game, we weren't happy with ourselves. We gave up 6-and-1s. The point guard got 6 offensive rebounds. We had a couple of technicals. We wanted to come back and get to being what we want to be.
And what did you think about Rui Hachimura against Anthony Davis tonight? The dunk and also just the way he played him on both ends.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he's obviously getting the rust off of his body. I think it's only been the fourth or fifth game back. He's an MVP type of player. If he plays a whole season the way he plays, he's a hard cover. But Rui, I thought he played him tough. I thought we got into some of his shots. I know he got free, when we put the lineup just to get some rotations. Alex was guarding them, or bigs were guarding them. He got free on some open looks on threes. I think he could score some points late. But I thought Rui did a pretty good job on him.
Fred.
Hey, Scott, speaking of Alex, what allowed him to make such a difference defending the rim tonight?
Well, I think he's been pretty good. That's one thing that our defense has gotten better. We got 3 centers that can defend the rim pretty good, and it's changed. It's changed over the last month. And I think Gaff is, I think he has a chance to be even better at it. But Alex is long, and he has a good experience. He knows where to be. Yeah, but I thought his minutes changed the game. His minutes won the game. Obviously, you can talk about Brad's timely shots. Russell's another triple double, but I thought his minutes and his play won the game. I'm happy for him because out of the 3 centers, sometimes I don't go back to him. But like I told him and all the other 3 guys, there's going to be nights where you get more minutes than Rolo. Rolo didn't play much tonight, but I thought he was a factor and he gave us some good minutes as well.
Ava.
I doubt you guys are focused on this aspect of it, but how rewarding is it to kind of get to show the wider basketball world on a national game against the defending champs, just who you guys have become this season?
Yeah, I love it. I'm glad that the league was allowed us to be on national TV, ESPN. I thought we've earned that with what we've done, and we're not just, we got 2 really high level players, but our other guys are coming along. They're working, they're scrappy. They're finding a way. They're finding Haou doesn't get any credit. He just goes in there and battles and competes, and Ish came in and gave us good minutes. We just all of us are chipping away and improving and getting better as the season's going on. It was a good win for us to bounce back from last 2 nights ago, but it's good to be on ESPN. Good to get a win against one of the best teams in the league.
And when was the last time you saw Ish dunk in a game?
I don't really remember I think maybe a couple. I don't know. I just don't know if I've seen it, but it was pretty impressive. I didn't think he had enough legs. He's been out for 2 months. You can argue he has fresh legs, but sometimes your legs are dead after you've been out for that long. But he's athletic. He doesn't get enough credit. Everybody just thinks he's quick, but he's a good athlete. He gets up on his jump shot. He contests shots. But yeah, that was a fun moment for our team. They love when little guards dunk like Ish and myself.
Matt Paris.
Yeah, Scott, the Bulls lost tonight, so you guys are up 2 games with 10 games left.
Yeah.
Just what do you make of that where you guys are at, and then how much ground you've gained too over the last few weeks?
Well, I definitely look at the league as a fan, as a coach, as a competitor. I follow it, but I really just focus in on what we do. If we take care of business, we know, we got one more game this month. And then we have a very, very difficult month. The May's tough. And those 9 games, every team is fighting for either playoff life or playoff position. But we're just going to go out there and compete game in, game out. We got some good players that want to do that. We know where we are. We know what we're doing. Like I said, we just got to do our job, and it always takes care of itself. We've been through a lot this year, and there's no reason for us to stop and relax now and take a deep breath. We got some more in us. We're going to just keep fighting and keep playing hard for one another.
And when did you make a Chandler Hutchinson, giving him a shot?
I thought it was good minutes. You know what? I've been kicking myself just about every game. Like, I got to find a way. I got to find a way to get him in. We need that wing athletic, wiry athlete, and I think he could be that guy. I mean, he has still a lot to learn. He's been out most of the year, but I thought he was active. I thought he had good minutes, and then he had some minutes that we can work on. And that's what sometimes when you have game film, that's what he's with Coach Brown, and Tony's going to keep working with him. But I like the fact that he came in and not having played in a while. I mean, he played against Oklahoma, I think a 7 or 8 minute stint, but I think that says a lot about our staff. We work with guys and keep pumping guys with confidence and work. So when they do get called upon, they can have a good game like he played tonight.
Zach.
Hey, Coach, what did you think of Rui's dunk on AD? Last year, especially, you talked about his need to be aggressive finishing around the rim.
Yeah, I think it was good, and that's what he has to do. Rui's athletic, he has big hands, he has good timing, and that was obviously a pretty cool moment. That's not easy to do. He's not easy to dunk on. He's 7 feet tall, long armed, athletic, and defensive minded. But it was one of those quick dunks. But it was another good moment for our team. And when you're a high level defender, you get dunked on at times. And AD is, if he probably was healthy all year, he'd probably be might be the defensive player of the year. He's hard to score, and I got a lot of respect for how he plays.
DA.
Scott, I think Brad had 27 tonight, but it seemed like there was more balance offensively than maybe there's been most of the season. Is that something you think is repeatable? I mean, it doesn't matter whether it was Len with 18 or Rolo with 8, you seem to have a lot of people involved tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's ideally we'd love to do that, but the way they were playing, Brad, they were jumping on them with their bigs, and even before Brad even got the ball, was able to turn the corner. They put another guy on him, and Brad made some great passes. And it's crazy that he only had 3 assists, but he had probably about 7 or 8 hockey assists, and those are the ones that we want to start to chase our offense and make that defense chase us around. And I thought and he's gotten really good. He's been like last year, he was triple team. Last 2 or 3 years, he's been triple team with all of the injuries we had. But I think tonight his playmaking helped everybody get a lot of points, and the way they play, Brad's he doesn't care about the scoring.
Yeah.
He wants to keep playing the right way. That's how he is. He's a basketball purist. He likes to play the right way. He wants to do the right things.
Yeah. And did that feel like more like playoff basketball? Because teams are going to try to take him away and make him give up the ball, and other people have to be ready to kind of like Chandler was when he got the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to do. I mean, we haven't shot the ball well. One of our best shooters was 0 for 6 from 3. So we have to figure out ways. And if they're going to, then teams are smart. They're going to put 2 on Brad, but he's good enough to score 30 a night, even with that. But our other guys, we got to have timely shot makers. We got to get good cuts. We got to have offensive rebounders. And I think we also have to be able to get to the free throw line. And that's what we do. That's what we've been doing. And I know I keep saying this, and it's been 4 months about we're going to get hot and we're going to stay hot from the 3-point line. But Russell, you just keep, sometimes, I myself included, we just discount what he brings, and those triple doubles and 18 rebounds. Those are crazy numbers. And it's not, Gaff and Alex and Rolo and Rui, they're not boxing their guys out so Russell can get 18 rebounds. Everybody wants to get rebounds, but he goes out and gets them.
Last question, Alex.
Hey, Scott, not sure how much you were paying attention to this after the Ish-Smith dunk, but Russell Westbrook kind of went over to the fans and raised his arms up, hyping them up, and it was kind of maybe the biggest ovation we've seen here in the last year or more than a year. What do you take from a moment like that in terms of maybe you're in the game, but how does it feel to see something like that in this arena tonight?
I mean, it was bittersweet, actually. Yeah, I love the fact that the 2,000 people did able to get it, but those are the moments you say you wish that everybody would have been in the seats. We had the place sold out, because what Russell brings, our fans are going to love it live. I mean, they love it on TV. I mean, I like what Brad said. I like what one of my former players said. I love the guy. One of my favorite players ever coaching was Pert, and that's so true. The narrative about Russell is so wrong. But I love this about Russell. He doesn't give a crap. But what he does to the inside the arena is, I've seen it for 7 years when it sold out, and this year obviously with the fan situation, it lifts the spirit of the group. The fans get into it, and I miss it. Hopefully, next season we have everything normal, but what he brings is the intensity, and the fans love it and they feel it, and our players do the same thing. But that was a selfless play. He wanted those guys to feel Ish's, dunk. That fired our team up.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Everyone can Google Scott Brooks dunking highlights while we wait for the first player.
Hey, Russ. We just talked to Rui, and he said that he thought he had missed his dunk on Anthony Davis until he looked over and he saw you laughing. I'm just wondering, what was your reaction to that play?
I mean, when Rui's playing and aggressive at the rim, he's sneaky athletic. He sneaks people in. A lot of times people don't know he's capable of doing that. But I was screaming. He didn't even know what was happening. I'm glad he's able to see my reaction and finally kind of know he made it.
And you're now only 5 triple doubles behind the all-time record, Oscar Robertson. How aware are you of how close you're getting, and just what are your thoughts as you get close to a record that stood for 47 years? As
I've always said, I don't take this game for granted. I don't take the opportunity to be able to play for granted. And when I get on the floor, I give everything I have until I don't have nothing left in the tank. And just being in a conversation with guys like Oscar is a blessing in itself, man. I'm just super honored to be able to have something like that in reach.
Ava.
Russ, what can you say about the kind of scoring by committee that you guys did tonight? You obviously got big minutes from Alex, big minutes from Ish-Smith, just guys who are kind of stepping up, who aren't always in the spotlight.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, we have so many guys that work they tail off, when they're not playing. Guys like Hutch, who hadn't played in a while, did a great job tonight. Just having so many people impact the game, makes my job a lot easier. And my job is to make sure I can make the game easy for those guys. And tonight, they did an amazing job of just having an imprint on the game.
Fred.
Hey, Russ, speaking on that topic, when you guys use so many guys in your rotation, what is your job like as a floor general, just making sure a guy like Hutch, who hasn't played in a while, stays comfortable when he's out there?
Make it easy. That's my job. I honestly believe that, I'm, if not, I feel like I'm one of the best playmakers in this league for many reasons, just because I'm able to make sure I can make my teammates better. And that's a part of my job as a leader. And as a point guard, you got to better make others around you better. And I take so much pride in doing it every night, regardless of who's on the floor, regardless of who it is. I try to utilize what they do best, think the game, understand the game, and make sure that I can help those guys out any way that I can.
Matt Paris.
Hey Russ, the Wizards hadn't been on national television since 2019, I believe. Just, you guys have been working really hard. What did it mean to have a performance like that kind of in the national spotlight?
We've been playing like this for a minute, with social media and everything, everybody can see what you're doing if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how I feel. If it's on national TV or not. If we're playing the way you're supposed to be playing, then people will catch notice.
Sure. And then, you guys have 10 games left around the league. It seems like there's a lot at stake for, not just you guys, but a lot of teams. What do you kind of make of how so many teams are still in contention, technically, going down the stretch here?
Honestly, my job is to make sure around here, organization, our team is locked in. We focus on one game at a time and take care of business. And then at the end of the year, we see where we end up.
Thanks.
DA.
Russ, they came into the game #1 in defense, and you guys had a lot of balance tonight. I think Brad had 27, but a lot of guys contributed. Did that feel like a playoff type of game in terms of a really good defense trying to take your primary away, and you all having to depend on other guys?
Definitely, but we have so many guys in the locker room that can make plays, can make the game easy. And like you said, Brad didn't have to do his usual tonight, but making others better, double teaming him. When our guys did an amazing job down the line, and down the stretch, we're gonna need everyone in the locker room to be able to go out and make plays.
Alex.
Hey, Russ, I wanted to ask you about a moment after Ish Smith's dunk. You kind of walked over to the fans, raised your arms up, hyping them up over there, kind of shared a moment with them, and the whole arena kind of erupted. What's a moment like that like for you personally, emotionally, after the year we've been through the last year, and just to have the fans in here, and obviously a limited capacity, but just what's it like to have that experience?
That's fun, man. This game is fun. You should enjoy it, and that's how I look at it. It's fun. As much as I love competing and love going out and winning games, this game is fun, man. And the fans, we've missed so much, and especially here in DC, and to get them out and get them, I'm excited about what we're doing. Want to make sure that I show that I appreciate their support, appreciate them coming out and cheering. With still COVID still going on, and coming out and supporting us, and just happy to be able to have them in the building.
And a really quick follow-up about that, I asked Coach Brooks about that same moment, and he said, he just loves the energy that you bring to the team, to the fans, and he can't wait to see you do it in front of a full arena as well. He also said, the narrative people may have about you, some in the media or from fans or whatever, he said it's totally wrong, and he says he loves that, you don't give a crap about, what other people think or say. What do you kind of have to say about that, and to maybe doubters out there, people that might say things that maybe doesn't truly represent who you are and what you stand for in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, I've addressed this many times, and I won't continue to address it, but there is not a teammate, a coach, anybody that can say I'm a bad teammate, bad guy, bad person. I am a person that wants to see others do well, and that's simply it. I want to see my teammates do well. I want to see coaches do well. I want to see everybody do well, just because that is who I am as a person. That's my personality. The way I play the game and who I am as a person is not the same thing. I play the game to win and compete. I feel like when you play in something you want to compete, I don't have to be friendly. I don't have to be nice. I'm going out to destroy. And then off the court, I'm able to open up and make sure that I'm also a human being. And I think that's the biggest thing that we all have to understand, is that myself and other athletes, we're human beings. We are not, this is not a show or anything where you can just say anything about a person and run with it. And for me, I always want to make sure that that's very clear. Like, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But I've also been real and true to who I am. And like you said, I don't really care what nobody think about me, think about anything that I'm doing. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm on this earth to do, and that's to be able to help serve others, to be able to help my community, to be able to use this platform to be able to share across the world and be a positive influence to role models, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
All right, last question to Neil.
Hey, Russ, a question not about the game, but about your upcoming documentary, Tulsa Burning. When did you first get involved with that, learn about that, want to get, that out there? And what do you hope people will take away from it?
Well, I was in Oklahoma for 11 years or so, and I was able to visit Tulsa and able to kind of understand at the time Black Wall Street, where it was at, what it meant to Tulsa, what it meant to African American communities across the world, and I was just in shock that nobody's told the story and told it the right way. So I was super lucky and blessed to be able to partner in with Stanley Nelson and come up with the film Tulsa's Burning. And I'm so excited about it. Blessed that history picked it up and is going to show the world exactly what happened. But not just that, it allows us as people to understand how important our history can shape our future. And, I'm excited for the rest of everyone to be able to see the film. So.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah.
All right, Russ, appreciate you.